going on out there, YouTube? This is SCL0320 representing JVS. I'm back at it again for actually a anime review. I'm a little sick, to be quite honest with you. I had to actually stay home today. I'm not feeling that well, so any prayers out there would be greatly appreciated. But I'm about to do a review on an awesome anime that I really love. I had started actually reviewing the English dub versions of Season 2, or Sword Art Online 2. And I think we stopped at around episode 8, so I was thinking, wow, this is a good opportunity to go through the next few episodes, at least of Gale. And if y'all are interested in me doing more reviews of it, then I can, because I'm going to be probably binge watching these the rest of the afternoon, because there's nothing else I can really do, because I don't feel all that well. Anyway, but let's go ahead and get on to the review. So the two episodes that I'm going to be reviewing is Death Gun, and I think it's Pursuer of the Death. Oh yeah, Pursuer of Death. Both of these episodes were actually really well done, for different reasons. Episode 9, coming off of the fact that Sinon and Kirito, towards the end of episode 8, they intercepted somebody that they thought was Death Gun. Dude was just like gliding through. He was doing really all acrobatic stuff. It was really serious, you know. And all of a sudden, like, the paralysis hit the person, right? And then you can see Death Gun kind of walking up to the person, and like Kirito's like, look, this is Death Gun. You need to shoot him as soon as you can. Sinon. And Sinon was kind of hesitating, but he was like, look, she looked at the fear that he had, and the fact that like he's not trying to get her, he's trying to target this person. And at the end of the episode, she just pulled the trigger. Then it goes full circle, like you're seeing like Asuna and Klein and the rest of the gang. They're looking and spectating the actual episode, or not the episode, but the actual Bullet of Bullets. I think that's the name of the tournament. And Asuna looks at that paralysis that hit, and like I think one of the persons had said that this reminds me of something called like Thunder Whip spell from a different game. And Asuna looks with this piercing eyes like, man, something is not right. And I was like, yeah, she's gonna take matters in her own hands. And sure enough, in this episode, like, she takes charge. Like, her and Klein, they piece together and realize that whoever this person is, this is somebody they played before. Klein has got so close to saying that he knows it's not one of the main leads, but this is somebody connected to him. And he was trying to piece stuff together and telling everybody this and that. But what was so shocking was the fact of everybody's reaction to the realization that Kirito is in real impending danger. I think that his sister, she was looking at the screen and she saw like the guy like kind of finish the person off, because Sinon had tried to shoot him. He dodged the bullet, so she realized that he knew her position. He basically could have killed her at any point. Not just that, like he went on, shot the person, and then pointed the gun at the cameras that were being recording. And he was like, look, this is not it. I'm just getting started. And that was when Klein and everybody started really freaking out, because they were worried this is going to happen to Kirito next. Given that the person just went disconnected, most likely they're dead from a massive heart attack or something like that. And so Asuna takes it on the situation personally. She's like, look, I'm logging off. Like, she's like, look, daughter, I need you to go and find out everything you need to know about GDO. Klein, you go and take care of everything on this side. I'm going to go talk to the person that put my husband in this game. Excuse me, I'm sorry. And I just thought it was really serious kind of tone, you know what I'm saying? And then like when they tried to actually track the person down, he just left. And so they decided to kind of like move out and try to find him, you know, and they realized that he went into the river basin, and that was the reason why he was kind of, you know, they thought that was the reason why he was not on the radar when they would do like the sit rep. And so they go and they try to find him, and they go and intercept this group, you know, and it's crazy because like this guy, he was like shooting at Sinon, and like before that even happened, like Kirito pulled out his sword and he got in front of her, and I was like, this is some awesome animation. Like the way that he was deflecting these bullets, I was like, dude, I want to see Star Wars characters like this. This is just beyond sickness. But not just that, they're a great team. Like he's like, look, I'm gonna do what I have to do, but you go and get down and take him out, you know. And it was like, you're just doing this, all that. And I was like, this is so freaking cool. That's what I love about this show. Like when there's action moments like this is really action heavy, but then it's also story driven too, because you got two different things going on. There's real impending danger. But then like Sinon takes the shot, dude just like his whole body just goes off of his sternum. I was like, it's freaking awesome, you know. And then they go and decide they're gonna post up, you know, and try to figure out what's really where the guy's at, because they think they have an idea of who the person is, because they're trying to figure it out between names and stuff like that. And then when they actually go, like she is ready and posted up, and she's sitting there pondering like her relationship with Kirito, because like she's like, man, after this is over, we're gonna fight, and then it's gonna be it. It's not like I'm seeing him again. As soon as that happens, wow! I'm like, this is perfect storytelling. I'm not sure if the manga does it in the same way, but I was like, as soon as she was thinking about it, like that's when she got hit, and I was like, that caught me off guard. That's one thing I love about the show, is that you're always continuously put to a point of being caught off guard. And then when she's put in paralysis, like the guy's literally pointing the gun at her, but it was even worse than that, because the fact is, it's the same as that gun that she used to defend herself 5 years ago when she was a little kid trying to protect somebody. And she became petrified because she was trying to move. She had a gun in her hand, she was about to go, but the guy really was just doing it like this to show her. I thought that was even more crazy, because the story point, like why not just point the gun straight at her? Like why show her that? That means that he might have a true connection with her past. And so I thought that was really cool how they did that. So as far as this episode, it's one of the best episodes. I think it's like, I give it a 10 out of 10, quite honestly. It's really story driven, but at the same time really dangerous. It was action packed. It was really well done. I mean, I just love this like stylization. I can't wait to buy this on Blu-ray. Limited edition version still available at Aniplex. I'm sorry, Anime Pavilion, local, Falls Church, Virginia. They're a really great anime company, and highly support them. But yeah, that episode was just intense. But then the next episode was even better, because episode 10, Pursuing Death, it's like Sinon is on the ground, you know, like she's in paralysis, she can't move, and Death Gun's pointing the gun at her, and then you hear the gunshot at the end of the episode, but then you realize the Death Gun was when they got shot, and I was like, that's so awesome. And then all of a sudden you hear like other shots going off, and then Death Gun kind of bounces up and uses a sniper rifle and backs up, and then you see like this grenade just go right next to Sinon. She's like, I'm dead, you know? Ended up being like a smoke grenade. You find out Kirito's picked her up and just trailing off with her, but he's been shot. And from that point on, they're just really trying to retreat, because they don't know how he's able to do what he's doing. But I think that one thing that she did find out is that he has this ability where it's like, I think it's a meta material optimal camera that gives him basically like a cloaking, essentially, wherever he goes. He's not going to be found out, can't be seen as well. But they find out a little bit later when they get to the cave. But when they're in pursuit, or not in pursuit, but they're being pursued by Death Gun, like you realize that Sinon is terrified, because like Kirito's like, look, shoot that horse. She couldn't even shoot the horse. Like I was like, yeah, she's bad. And then like there's a point where they're on the bike, and like he's on the horse, and I was like, oh flip, they're so screwed. And he's getting closer and closer, and like one of the shots almost barely hits her and almost hits Kirito. And like Kirito's, look, you're gonna have to do this. But one thing I love about Kirito, he really does care about people. And a lot of people will go and like, man, this dude is just like he's a one woman person, and then he's like going through multiple different women, all this kind of stuff, you know. But one thing is, no, he cares about people. This dude puts his leg to the bike, steers it, then has her like positioned, like, look, I have your back, but you have to try, you know. And I'm like, he's doing everything he can, not just to survive, but he's trying to help her. And one realization she had, that she couldn't understand, like, why is he so strong and all this kind of stuff. It's not because he's strong just to be strong, it's because he's gonna do everything he can, no matter if he can do it or not, to survive and to give it his all. And then she eventually takes the shot. She misses, but it does explode, and they're able to kind of get away. Kirito revealed to her, like, look, he didn't die in that explosion. Like he jumped off before. It was just whatchamacallit exploded. But one thing I loved about this was the final dialogue in the actual the cave, because there's so many different dynamics going on. I'm trying to read off as much as I can. I think that Kirito was going to leave, and Sinon didn't want him to leave because he's like, it doesn't make sense. And then she decides, like, she's just feeling down on herself, and she's like, I don't care about dying, I'd rather leave right now. And Kirito was like, you want to fight? You want to fight alone and die alone? Like, yeah, I don't care about this anymore. You know, he doesn't let her go. And she just starts to break down. She's like beating into his chest, just crying. She's like, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. And she had to get all that out because all this anxiety and stuff from just what's going on has petrified her. She can't contain it anymore, you know. And one thing she says this I found was so deep, and the translation version is kind of even better from the English dub, because she basically says in the English version is, all right, if that's how it is, you can protect me for the rest of my life. And I was like, wow. Like, she was being honest. She was like you're gonna hold my hand through all this, even though I've got blood all over him, like I'm not deserving of this and all this kind of stuff. And she's like, she really doesn't grasp, understand where Kirito really connects with her, because he feels the same exact way. And that's why he didn't move, he didn't flinch, he let her vent, you know. And then she's like, yeah, even though I hate you, like I'm just gonna, can I use your lap for a second? And that's when he kind of outpours. He's crippled by it. Like, I see him sitting there groping his hand, and he starts telling her, like, look, I've killed before too, like 3 people, you know, and I was a survivor of, you know, at Sword Art Online. And she's like, I knew it, you know. And it's so awesome to hear the dialogue and to see the pacing of how their progression of a relationship is. Like, not just friendship, but like a relationship. They really relate to each other, you know, really compatible. It's just really good dialogue, you know. But yeah, Kirito really lets it all out, and I think that Kirito's about to get this revelation of who Death Gun really is, and that's when the episode ended. But I give this one a 10 out of 10 too as well. Like, I mean, I think this is more story driven. I think it all reestablishes where these characters are, where they've learned through this whole process, and it's a really good episode. So hopefully y'all are able to get through this with me. I'm gonna try to do 2 episodes per video as far as my reviews, because I'm gonna be looking at this the rest of the day. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it though. This is SEO0320 representing JBS. I'll be back hopefully if I don't get any worse. Have a good one.